Everyone, well, you know who I am. Uh, Rabbi Goodson, how are you? Okay, um, many of you know that I have a ministry called the Yeshua Ben David Ministry. Okay, and well, normally I wouldn't be, I've asked you to, we need to have donations so that we can continue the ministry. But today something happened, and I'm coming to you. Now, what happened was very interesting. Yahweh Elohim gave me $200. Okay. And I had intended to go and get my phone turned back on, recharge it and everything. That was my intent. But Yahweh had other intents. That he intended to do it other way, in another way. What happened, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. I was on my way to the store I was all set to get my phone recharged, trying to figure out what I could do with all the money, make sure that, you know. So as I was going to the store, I was about maybe, I don't know, 3 blocks away from the store. And there was this lady, and I saw her with her children. She had 2 boxes, and she was by a dumpster. And she was throwing some food away and keeping others. I walked up to her curious. I said, "Well, what are you doing?" Well, she showed me that some of the bread that she had, in fact, all 3 of the loaves of bread that she picked up at the food bank, were moldy. And some of the cans were bulgy. They were bulging. And I actually had one of those uh, can openers that you would use in the military, portable, pocket that you had. And I opened up one of the cans, and I'm gonna tell you something. The smell emanating from that can nearly made me want to throw up. Okay, the milk was out of date, drastically out of date. And out of the 2 boxes of food, she was able to keep maybe a half a box. And I was just going to go. I was like, okay, well, I'm thinking, oh, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. And I started to walk away, and and Yahweh stopped me, and you go back there and help her. That's what I gave the money for. And I'm like, yeah, but I really need to get, and I'm trying to explain to him. I'm actually arguing with him. And I said, but yeah, but Yahweh, God, I need to get my phone. I really need to get my phone turned back on. And more or less, he just said, you know what? Don't worry about your phone. This is what I did. I'm so, kind of the way I normally do. I kick the ground and, that kind of thing. Come on. I prayed for this. He said, yeah, don't worry about it. You know, don't worry about it. Okay, fine. So I go back over to her. I says, well, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. You take me to the store. You give me a ride to the store. I will buy you and your children some money or some groceries, some food. Well, she kind of looked at me like, both either her or I were out of our minds, and she wasn't sure which. But okay, she said yes. She took me to the store. We went to the local supermarket. We got the shopping basket, and I said, okay, go ahead. Now I'm thinking 70, 80, $100 worth of food, and that's good. I could still use it, get half service for my phone, at least so that I can make phone calls out. And but it's still the thing. I'm like, you get what you need, not you get what you need. Don't worry about it. She was able to get fresh milk. She was able to get food for her children and her good food. We're talking really good food. You know, um, and out of all that, I was able to keep about $25. About that. You know, able to. I'm like, well, okay, so I'll wait on my phone again. Doesn't matter. So that's why I'm coming to you. Okay. Now, This happened to me today, and I've been busy all day. But that's why I'm coming to you. The Yeshua ben David, we are going on a campaign called the Matthew 25 campaign. This is where he stands, where, if you'll recall in Matthew 25, he says that on the last day, day of judgment, there will be on my left goats, and on my right sheep. And I will say to the sheep, okay, welcome into the kingdom of my Father. For when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was thirsty, you gave me to drink. When I was sick or in prison, you visited me. When I was naked, you clothed me. And they will say to the Lord, they will say, Lord, when did we do any of these things? He said, when you did it to the least of these my brethren, you did it unto me. And then he will say to those on his left, depart from me, you workers of iniquity, for I never knew you. For when I was hungry, you didn't give me anything to eat. When I was thirsty, you didn't give me anything to drink. When I was naked, you didn't give me any clothes. When I was sick or in prison, you didn't visit me and comfort me. And they'll say, well, when didn't we do this? And he says, when you didn't do this to the least of these my brothers, you did not do it to me. I want to be on the right side. Now I know what you're saying. I know what you're going to say. It's been said before. But there are food banks. The ministerial alliances. Yes, they are. But nowhere in the Bible do I read that we're to give to them. Actually, we are to do it to ourselves. We are commanded to do it ourselves. And this is what I'm going to get you to do. Now, I can't do it all myself, so I need help to do it, and that's why I'm coming to you. If you go to the GoFundMe.com and look up Yeshua ben David Ministries, you'll see the GoFundMe thing. Spread this around. The money will be used for that purpose, to help people. Right now, it'll be in West Texas. But if we get this ministry going, we will be going into all corners of the earth. And we will be doing it that way. We're not going to be opening up a food bank. We'll be getting gift cards from the local supermarkets where we can get it done. Okay? Like I said, we're not going to be going for the food banks. We're not going to be putting food out. We're going to give them gift cards to go to the store to buy their food. Now, naturally, there will be some restrictions. There will be certain restrictions, which are obvious. You can't buy alcohol. If it's not food, you can't buy it. These cards aren't good for anything but food. Okay. We're going to have them sign a piece of paper so we'll know what's going on. Okay. Well, I don't want just to, without any record. So we'll know what goes out, how much, so we'll know how much to replenish. So if you can help us, it would be very appreciative. But let the Roch Holim, yes, even I have problems sometimes with the Hebrew words. Let the Spirit of God lead you on this. I want to bless you and thank you for listening.